I love you.
Bruh, Kurt Burrow, the president at the time of Baptist, told me that he smacked his mother.
Alright, let's cut straight to it. Loves Diddy's mom Janice Combs is being sued and the streets are buzzing with claims that she's not just his right die, but the mastermind behind his alleged criminal empire. Whispers of stolen publishing rights, shady financial deals, and a mother-son bond that's raising eyebrows have thrown her into the spotlight. And let's not forget her recent courtroom stunt dressed like she was hitting a red carpet while victims were left in shambles. Worded is that she enabled Diddy's worst behavior, shielding him from the consequences and creating the chaos we see today, and the disturbing downfall of his son. If you're wondering whether Janice is the real puppet master behind it all, well, buckle up, cause we're about to find out.
Oh my, we want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got you receipts. Everything is in your mother's name.
If you thought Diddy was the only chaotic force in his family, you're in for a shock. His mom Janice Combs isn't just in the picture. Allegedly, she could be the reason his chaos even exists in the first place.
You heard about how Diddy's mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not emotional.
Yeah, he not emotional. She is. But I don't want to go out. But she is. She was emotional.
Let's start with where it all began, because context is everything. Diddy's dad Melvin Combs was far from a regular guy. He was a Harlem kingpin with ties to legendary crime figures like Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes. He wasn't just in the game, he was the game. Tragically, his life was cut short when Diddy was only 2 years old, leaving Janice to raise him alone. Now single mother is no joke, and Janice stepped up in ways most people wouldn't dare. She took on multiple jobs to provide for Diddy, and on the surface, it sounds like your classic mom sacrifices everything for her kid's story, but y'all, things get really dark when you dig a little deeper, and as you're about to find out, this is where Diddy's character was built. You see, rumors have so whirled for years that Janice wasn't just clocking in at ordinary jobs. Allegedly, she was involved in less than traditional work to make ends meet, and by that I mean she is rumored to have been a worker. Now, I'm not here to shame anyone's hustle, but it is what allegedly happened behind closed doors that has people raising eyebrows. Some sources claim Janice brought her work home, and guys, Diddy was right there in the mix. Imagine growing up in an environment where things that should have been private were out in the open. And here's where it gets even wilder. Some people believe that Diddy wasn't just a passive observer. Theories suggests that Janice might have forced him to watch her sessions. If that's true, that's not just messy, it's downright disturbing. You can't help but wonder how much of Diddy's current behavior, his infamous freak-offs, his obsession with control, stems from witnessing all this as a kid. Fast forward to Diddy's adult life, and you'll notice some unsettling patterns. Remember Cassie's lawsuit where she exposed Diddy's freak-off sessions? She claimed he had an obsession with women wearing white nails during these events. Well, guess what? Diddy's mom had a thing for white nails as well. She even showed up at the BET Awards talking. You guessed it, white nails. Could be a coincidence or not, but it definitely had people side-eyeing the whole situation.
His ex-partner, Kim Porter,
Yeah.
she was a book.
She had a book?
Hello Book,
Oh.
come out now. And in the book, she talks about white nails, white nail polish on your nails. Okay? It's basically he wanted her to have all the time, have white
His finger.
on the fingernail.
Yeah.
He likes all these girls
They have-
to have the white nail polish.
Okay,
So-
the color.
And
Okay.
the colour, yeah. So that you can see what the hands were doing more. Because the white nail polish
Which
shows,
says-
yes, it stands out. When you do it, when you even touch things,
And they tell
it's
them,
gonna show more. Okay? Where it's crazy is, there was video of his mother, so he was like talking about sexual stuff together. Him and his mum. His mum was like, oh yeah, we're just here relaxing. And she showed her nails. And the way that openly, like, he was on a live. They were openly talking sexually to one another
Yo.
with your child, and how you can put your hands flat on the floor, which means you're backing it up.
Let's talk about their mother-son dynamic, because honestly it is not giving healthy. Diddy and Janice have always been unusually close, and not in the wholesome family bond kind of way. From kissing on the lips to sharing way too much personal information, their relationship has raised eyebrows for years. Diddy even once joked about doing a dating show for his mom, calling her picky when it comes to men like Sir. Why are you so invested in your mom's love life? The boundaries just don't seem to exist between these two, and it is all kinds of unsat-laying.
I'm single, yeah, for real. Mom do know how to have a good time.
And then there's the strip club situation. Diddy has openly bragged about taking his mom to strip clubs, calling her his dog and saying she knows how to have a good time. Now I get it, some people have a more laid-back approach to parenting, but this is next level bizarre.
You ain't seen house playing, outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club, I don't care. Real. It's my dog, I wanna live life.
What kind of mother-son bonding happens over lap dances and bottle service? And to think that Diddy is so proud of it, he even once mentioned that Janice still has moves, saying she can touch her palms flat to the ground. In case you didn't know, that move is usually part of exotic or pole dancing routines meant to show off flexibility and strength. But imagining Diddy's mom doing that right in front of him, yeah, the whole thing feels so awkward and downright mind-boggling. We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said keep moving baby, that's right, keep moving. She don't stop. She could touch the floor with her palms, you know, flat. Take one of the most eyebrow-raising moments between Diddy and Janice was when they were spotted smoking together at his mansion. Like, I get that people have different ways of bonding, but this just feels off. The whole vibe is giving party buddy instead of mother and son. It's moments like these that make you question where the line is in their relationship, and if there even is one. Hi, she's getting a drip with me, she's hydrating. What's up everything's good baby, I'll be with you, I love you. Music. 2 on Freshly Dipped. Though we've barely just scratched the barrel, guys, cause this next part will leave you beyond mad. Now let's talk about Janice's role in covering up Diddy's alleged crimes. Over the years she stayed suspiciously quiet even as the accusations against him piled up, and according to rapper Mace, there's a reason for that. Mace has claimed that Janice holds all the receipts. He alleges that Diddy has hidden most of his assets under her name. Think about it, why would a billionaire mogul put everything he owns under his mom's control? It's giving I know the feds are watching.
She's getting a drip with me, she's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Good, babe.
Yeah.
I love you.
Mom, freshly dipped though.
And another thing, fans belly, Diddy knows his mom would never betray him. She's his ultimate ride or die, the person who will always protect him no matter how messy things get. But that loyalty comes at a cost, even if it includes stepping on other people's necks, and word it is that they've stepped on several. Janice doesn't just stay quiet. She actively defends Diddy, like the time when Mace dropped that diss track dragging Diddy for filth and Janice wasn't having it. She popped up on IG Live to defend her son, warning Mace to back off.
Well, I did it. He want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Big ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rock can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else, you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the gut. And I signed. I need to all my shit. Remember that. Remember that.
Janice is literally neck deep in Diddy's business, and will clearly do whatever it takes to protect Diddy's reputation. But let's not get it twisted, there's a fine line between protecting someone and enabling them. Now at this point, you'd think Diddy appreciates his mom for sticking it out for him against all odds. But don't be fooled, turns out for all the loyalty Janice shows, Diddy doesn't always return the favor. Word on the street is that their relationship has had some major low points. Gene Deal, who is Diddy's former associate, even claimed Diddy slapped his mom during an argument. Guys, he allegedly hit the woman who raised him.
Wow, I still can believe what I said. And I remember you told me that, Diddy just make it go wrong. And to be honest with you, man, I really didn't believe it. But after seeing that video of him casting what he did to her, I believe it now.
Well, yeah, listen, bro, Kirk Burrow, the president at the time of Bad, told me that he smacked his mother.
It's clear the respect levels are non-existent. Like, imagine being the woman who raised this man only to end up as a target for his possessiveness and temper. It's no wonder Diddy's relationships with women have been a hot mess, because this is how he treats the one person who's supposed to be his rock. What can you expect? And yet, Janice continues to stand by him. When you zoom out, the whole situation just gets more complicated, from managing his assets to staying silent about his controversies. Her role in Diddy's life is anything but ordinary. When this disturbing info came into the limelight, people just started wondering how much of Diddy's empire was built on foundations laid by Janice if she's been complicit in hiding assets and covering for him. You can only imagine what else she has been involved in. We kind of have intel on what else she's been doing. As you all know, ever since Diddy was arrested, his victims have been talking and talking. They did. Let's start with Uncle Gene, who had a lot to say. He mentioned that Janice was indeed controlling everything, and that even as Diddy's bodyguard they fell out when Janice made sure Diddy fired her, like she would meddle in her son's business like it's her living room, even deciding who goes or who gets fired. Gene even accused Janice of the kind of harassment Diddy has been charged with, saying that she tried to get with him, and when he refused and insisted on keeping things professional, Janice had him fired.
We was in the office one time. She brought some food, and she like, Gene, I need you to go downstairs and get this food out of the truck or the van or whatever she had on now. I need to get out and all these people's in the office. There's 1,000 interns that could have did this shit. But I know she just wanted to show that she had power with me, and I would never give her no power. You understand? Because she used to always ask me to do shit. I know what, probably really wanted me to do, but I wasn't feeling it. So now, I'm sitting there like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not here for it. So she got all messed, riled up. Everybody do what I tell them to do except you. Who do you think you are? Some of this. I'm here for talk. Anything happen to him while I go down and get your food, it's a situation. Puff overheard this thing. And Puff came out and said, yo, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Why you always messing with Gene? Leave Gene alone. This came out of his own mouth in his office. And his people who was there who witnessed this. And from that point on, Paul started getting this other dude from my block, around our block, named Stretch. Because he was NYPD to take my date. And I just said to myself, man, I ain't fucking. And that's how we fell out. That's how it is.
Like, imagine losing your job because your boss's mom couldn't take rejection. It is unhinged, and honestly it says a lot about how Diddy operates. He's all about control, whether it's over his mom, his staff, or the people in his life. Now here is where it gets even more twisted. Despite all the drama behind the scenes, Diddy has always made a point to publicly shower Janice with love. He's posted grand birthday tributes, calling her his hero and describing her with over-the-top adjectives like phenomenal and vivacious. Honestly, though, these public displays feel more like damage control than genuine affection. Looks like these two have been more invested in keeping up appearances than anything else. It's messy, but it's also a dynamic we've seen play out in countless dysfunctional families. All right, bearing all of these in mind, let's now dive into the recent development in Diddy's household. By now you've probably heard about Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, being at the center of this swirling storm of lawsuits, allegations, and scandals. But what's wild is how things just keep escalating, from being accused of enabling her son's questionable behavior to allegedly using her name as a front for his shady deals. Janice has gone from the background to the spotlight, and not in a good way. The streets are talking and the receipts are coming in hot. When people think of Diddy, the first thing that comes to mind is his flashy lifestyle, controversial business moves, and never-ending scandals. Imagine the shock when people realize that Janice has allegedly been running the show from the shadows, and her involvement is way deeper than anyone could have imagined. Besides being accused of being the real monster in this story, pulling the strings behind Diddy's questionable actions, artists, insiders, and even former gangsters have come forward to say that she's just as bad as Diddy, if not worse. About money, it's about the lives that were forever changed by a system that prioritized profit over people. As more details came to light, it's becoming harder to separate Janice from the scandal surrounding her son. Whether she was the mastermind or a willing accomplice, one thing is clear: her involvement runs deep. And as lawsuits pile up and more victims come forward, Janice's role in this empire of chaos is finally being exposed. And there you have it, loves. When Diddy's name comes THBS up, it's never for anything good, and the more we dig, the messier it gets. From shocking lawsuits to dark secrets about his brother's role, it's clear this story is far from over. And if you thought this was bad, wait until you hear about every celeb being caught on Diddy party tapes. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Click over and I'll meet you there. And thanks for watching Celebrity Spill.